Snapshot.
Mariners get back to it tonight, begin their three-game series with the Mets in New York. They're going to send Luis Castillo out to the hill. He'll face off against Sean Manaea going for the Mets. You can catch all of the action of that one on AM 770, first pitch in about 10 minutes from now. Meanwhile, you've got one final on the books today. The Pirates take out the Cubs 3-2, the final in that one. Games going on right now. They're headed to the top of the second in Cincinnati with the Reds up in front of the Brewers 1-0. Right now, top of the first in Washington. The Phillies up over the Nationals 2-0. Rangers on the road taking on the Blue Jays. Guardians host the Braves. Red Sox and Marlins in Boston. The Astros bring in the Baltimore Orioles, and then you've got the White Sox and Royals in Kansas City. Twins play host to the Tigers. Yankees on the road take on the Cardinals. Rockies and Diamondbacks in Colorado. Angels and A's in Sacramento, and the Dodgers and Padres in LA.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time.
This hour is serviced by the Lee Johnson Auto family.
This is the moment many wait for.
The most entertaining.
A man of wisdom, a man of experience, Dave.
The most informative.
To bring light to a dark subject. To bring positivity to a negative world.
The incredible Paul Moyer.
Moyer out.
The incredible Paul Moyer. He's a man of experience, Dave, and I'm being told he's very close to us yet.
Yeah, what's going on?
Didn't want to make the trek in here. That's kind of hurtful. I mean, we're right down the road. Paul, is that true? That's not true. You wouldn't.
I am. I'm here. I'm at the stadium. I'm in the exhibition center getting set up for our pregame show. And, I just didn't know. You guys are up in the press box. Originally, I thought you guys were here. And then said press box. There's not, the press box. It's not that much room there. Broadcast booth, thank you.
Yeah.
Not that much room there, and
you don't want to be that close to Dave. Is that the problem?
Well, I'm wondering if I'm going to make the trip down to the X Hall for my hit with the pregame.
Maybe you should do it from here.
Maybe I should just do it from here.
Like last week.
Oh,
I don't forget.
I was interviewing Dom Canzone in his walk-off.
No, you weren't. The game was over an hour before that.
Bob?
He was, Paul. We were down there waiting.
All right. I'll give it to you then.
Well, Paul, let's, before we get into where we're at and the Seahawks and the Chiefs and all of that, we know the Abandoned Boys are getting receiving great notoriety. You're getting national recognition beyond our borders here. So what's the feeling? We come out of that homestand, just couldn't be feeling better about this team. And then they go to Baltimore against a team that is just beyond struggling this year, just frankly have not been good. They unload during the trade deadline, and they take 2 of 3 from the Mariners, and the Mariners offense just goes to sleep. I got to imagine the text exchanges going back and forth on that thread with you guys were not full of positivity.
Well, and like everybody, we're frustrated with the lineup. The last 2 games, really some head scratchers in it when you're in a pennant race. Now some questionable decisions, and that's going to happen. Particularly when your offense isn't going and every play matters, and all of a sudden the guys who you don't think should be playing don't play well and make some errors, and non-competitive bats. It's tough. And yeah, I'm frustrated. I mean, you're in first place. You're pushing to have the number 1 seed. I mean, we win that second game in Baltimore. We're 2 games back of Toronto, and we're the hottest team outside of Milwaukee. So, look, they got to get it right versus the Mets. The Mets are struggling mightily, and no excuses on the road. The weird part for, I think, all of us right now is, why do we not play teams sub 500 well? Yeah. It's just weird. And so my guess is we'll play pretty well against the Mets and Phillies and get back to feeling good. But it's crunch time, man. No excuses. You got to put your best lineup out every day.
Well, and Paul, can you see your way clear to why maybe it's something other than the numbers to roll Garver or Dylan Moore out there, just because, what it means to the team and things like that?
Look, I get the righty-lefty thing, and like today, I think today is a great example. They've got Solano in there playing first base. They're going to be DH and Naylor I get that. I mean, if you want to have one of your bench guys come in to give somebody a break, or maybe there's a matchup that you like historically, I think we're all good with that. But you can't have 2 or 3 of them in a pennant race. You just can't do it, man. I mean, again, this isn't about liking people anymore. I like Dylan Moore. I wish he would do well. I like Garver. I think what he went through last year was terrible. I have seen one playoff game in 25 years, or one season of it. I want them to win. This is it. And so there are times I get frustrated with that righty-lefty thing where I go, I get it. You can't just see the whole season and say Garver is batting, or his OPS is 700 versus lefties. I go, yeah, but it's not the last 30 days he's not. And certainly not the last 15. There's sometimes you just got to have a feel for it. And so, Solano's batting 340 versus righties. Why didn't he get a shot there at DH? So I think, look, this isn't about guys, it's not personal. This is about putting your very best lineup out. I think when we get Robles back, that certainly shores up some things and how they maneuver. But look, the fans are into this thing. And look, Dan is going through his first full season as a manager. You get tight, man. This is a pennant race, and the decisions you make, they're important. So there's a lot going on there, but I think we're going to be okay. The pitching staff looks good. We're getting everybody back. I mean, you're going to get Miller, you're going to get Robles back. We're in good shape. But you just don't want to feel like we did after we came out of Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm with you 100% on that. I was questioning that lineup before they took to the field. I just didn't. I'm done with the lefty-righty stuff. Especially when the righty they're bringing in there has numbers that are worse versus left-handed pitching than the lefty that they removed him for. So, and then last check, I haven't seen an update, but Naylor was a scratch today.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, he was under the weather.
Okay.
So, yeah, Solano's at first base because of that. I guess my question would be, and I get that you got Manaea on the hill, but you got Garver in there is your DH. And I'm thinking, all right, well, where's Polanco?
Thank you.
Because I don't unless they've got some numbers on Garver that historically he's got great numbers versus Manaea, perhaps. I don't know. I don't understand with this point of the season where every game means the world. You got 40 to go. So these mean too much for me to look at it and go, well, you got to try to get this guy hot. No. To me, there's not a reason to put Dylan Moore or Mitch Garver in the lineup, barring a day off for somebody else, or Garver's, catching obviously that day to give Cal a break. Beyond that, I'm looking at it going, I can't justify them being in the lineup.
Yeah, I'm glad you updated on the Naylor thing, because there was a tweet out that he was DHing at one point. So, look, Garver 3 games in a row. God, man, Dave, we've been in there, where nice guys, throw a quarterback out there that you don't have a chance to win with. And it's demoralizing. It's not that you think, oh, we can't win. It's not that you go, oh, I'm not going to play hard. It's just, it's in the back of your mind. Why? Why are we playing this guy? And there's just been too many good feel moments, for us to ruin that. And you know what? Maybe in the locker or the clubhouse and all that stuff, they love, Garver, and they still believe in him. Again, I'm pulling for him. I hope, I pray. The Dylan Moore one, though, I think that one's ran its course for sure. And I think we all get with Garver being the backup catcher, he's going to be in there at times. But 3 days in a row, that would be, don't get it.
Yeah, Paul, you mentioned that. I instantly went to super nice guy. Okay? Super nice guy. Dan McGuire. I just remember, seeing him in practice, and I'm like, I really don't think we can win with him. Really don't think so. So, yeah, I mean, you're right. The players kind of, and who knows? I mean, I don't know what the relationship is with Garver in that case, but yeah, you're absolutely right.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, Paul. Let's go to the preseason game number 2 here. What are you looking for today? What would you like to see out of out of the offense, the defense, anything that sticks out to you?
Yeah, first I'm excited. Get a couple of starters playing. I was listening to Leo Williams in his little production meeting yesterday, and I guess maybe Kansas City's not going to play any starters or a lot of starters, but so I'm excited to see that. Here's what I am excited for offensively. I feel like, Dave, for the very first time, and Bob, that we, in a run game, and it's been a long time, where we really know what we want to do. And I know it's only one sample, and that was last week, but what got me excited was it didn't matter which offensive line was there. And they were all productive. They all had good games. From most of our starters who got their feet wet, and I think they'll play even better today, to some of the backups. I thought Mike Jarrell, very athletic. I thought he did some good things. Nobody's really talking about him. But this offense, the way our run game is, all of a sudden we pulled Mike Jarrell to the lead side, Dave, around. You're pulling tackles and guards and really stretching the defense and creating seams. And I thought that we looked like we had three Pro Bowl running backs out there last week. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited to see Sam just get a couple of series at least, just to see how that plays out. Mike McDonald's had some good things to say about him. And when at 5 o'clock when we do our pregame show, we're going to have some stats to back up why Sam Darnold is going to be successful in this offense. And there's some things that really popped, last year and the years before that he does very well that plays into this offense. So I'm excited to see that. Again, there's some other guys who played well last week. I want to see if they can duplicate that a second time. I think Horton, the kid, the wide receiver, looks electric. So let's see if, we can get him in even some more open space and see what kind of wide receiver he really is.
I was telling Dave earlier, we were talking about this game, and I was looking at this as the game that starters earn that starting spot, right? There are some that are just in there and you know who they are. Some are earning their spot perhaps in this game, and the final game will be guys earning their roster spot, just having a spot on the team. So in looking at it, if you look at it that way, Paul, who do you think is fighting for their starting spot tonight? Is it Bradford was the first one that came to mind, and again, maybe he's already been anointed as the starting right tackle or right guard. I don't know, but I'm looking at center, right guard. Is there anybody you look at in that context that you feel like, all right, tonight's their night to prove to the coach I'm your starter at this spot?
Look, it's competition every week and every practice. I think why it's more important now for this game, and I think for the most part, the starters, it is pretty solidified. I think you brought up the one at right guard is in Bradford, but I thought he played the best, even though I think, I'm looking on my depth charts here right now. I thought Christian Haynes actually played well at guard. He is athletic and he did some good things, but I still think Bradford, just the way he manhandles people, when he locks on, he moves a pile. But the reason why I think it's important here is we don't really know the wide receiver room yet, right? You got JSN for the most part coming back. You got some backups, but we got 2 or 3 guys really competing for those top 4 spots. We got a new offensive coordinator. You got a new quarterback. I think there's competition certainly at running back, between Walker and Charbonnet, just the way the coaches have talked during a training camp. But I want to see some play. I think tight end is interesting. We got a lot of young guys. A.J. Barner looks good. He's looked good in camp. He's beefed up. He's really taken on a leadership role. But now we got to see, Arroyo, how well a blocker he is. I know he's a fantastic wide receiver. I like that kid, Nick, is it Callerup?
Callerup, yeah.
Callerup. I watched him in the second half, and I go, he's just the kind of guy. He's a rookie I think he went to Minnesota. And he's just he's just a bulldog. He just got a lot of energy. He's relentless. He's just a guy that says, I will do anything it takes on the football field. So I like him. I want to see how he does again, because there's going to be a free agent, undrafted rookie that makes this team somewhere. I don't know what position at this point. But he was the guy that kind of jumped out at me last week.
Paul, anything that you saw from Jalen Milroe that makes you think that, because going back to the draft, a lot of people got excited about, oh yeah, you can use him as a weapon and get him in a package and throw him in there, and then there was I think it was Daniel Jeremiah that said a lot of times it doesn't translate to the season, and that you got to get your starting quarterback in a flow and everything. But do you think that, how do you feel about him, and as far as how many snaps you think he's going to get a game?
Well, I don't think he'll get many. You always have these ideas of packages, but
right
now I got to game plan it. I've got to find time to rep it in practice. They don't get that many reps anymore.
Yeah.
But he may have something that they say, that's so electric, we've got to do it. There's some things there that are really good, obviously. I mean, that read option, where he's, took the ball down the right sideline. I mean, he's electric. But he also threw the ball well, and I thought he made good decisions. He got rid of it quickly when he needed to. He extended when he needed to. I think he had one bad decision, bad throw. That was on that 4th down and 1. It was a really tight seam where the tight end was running towards the sideline, but they had a corner and a safety bracketing him. So he tried to slide that one in on the run. That was a tough throw, tough decision. 4th and 1, maybe with his size and speed, you just pick up the first down. But I tell you, everybody says, what do you think, Paul, about him? I go, give him 2 years. Really let him just develop for 2 years. No pressure. Just let him understand what it's like to be a quarterback in the NFL, to live in the pocket, to make really great decisions. This is such a great opportunity to get a guy who is so elite at so many things. We know, and I think I said last time, jump out of a building, jump over a building. He's got great, obviously vertical leap and stuff. He's got a really strong arm. Obviously his speed is there. I think what he does as a leader, I mean, this guy is so poised. The way he commands a press conference after the game, I couldn't be more impressed with this guy. So he's got it all. Now let's just give him a couple years, no pressure on him. I think he's going to be a very good quarterback, and I think hopefully it'll be with the Seahawks for a long time.
Yeah, Paul, any of us can jump out of a building.
Yeah,
we've all possessed that ability.
We can fall out of one for sure.
That's right. Hey, just back to Darnold for a moment. I know you're going to talk about him in your pregame show, but just in terms of this appearance, and I know it's a preseason game, so it means nothing in the grand scheme of things, but just him individually, first-time fans are going to see him out here playing for however long it's going to be. How important do you think it is that he look sharp, just for his peace of mind, just to get on the right side of the fan base out of the gate? Is that a big deal since it is a preseason game, or do you say it's inconsequential?
Well, I mean, you obviously want to play well.
Right.
And I think for him, as the leader of this team, he wants to go in it. But it's preseason. They're not. They don't game. They game plan a little. Don't get me wrong. For preseason, you got to be ready for what Kansas City may do. If they do want to throw a couple blitzes, we got to know what's going on. We got to understand maybe how they settle on a few coverages with some of our routes. But there's no game plan to this thing. They're going to run it. They're going to play action it. They're going to bootleg a little bit. They're going to get the ball out quick. Look, here's the one thing I'm looking for. I saw something I had not seen. I don't even know. It might have been the best screen game I've seen us ever have last week. We actually know how to run screens. I mean, the timing looks right. We've got these athletic guys like Zabel, and again, I saw Mike Jarrell a couple times. I mean, Mike Jarrell runs like a tight end. He's so athletic as a tackle. So I think it's important just because he wants to do well for the 12s here. But this is, if he goes 2 for 8 or something and there's pressure, no one's going to panic on that. But I would like to see him get off to a good start. It just makes everybody feel better.
Yeah, that's always driven me nuts. They're not a good screen team. Why not? You practice it. I mean, if you don't want to commit to it, I mean, that's, to me, everybody's athletic enough to run a screen if you're in the NFL. And I just think it's a matter of putting work in. Hey, this is kind of a random one. We were talking about Richard Sherman, And I was saying, Paul, that I think he might be the best tackling corner in NFL history. And the other guy I was thinking of, Bob, that was Mel Blount. Mel Blount, very physical, but what do you think about that claim? I know we've talked about it before.
Yeah, that's a tough one to put me on the spot on. Look, I thought Richard was a good tackler. I never thought of him as a great tackler. I had to fear him as a tackler. We had a guy, Dave, do you remember Keith Simpson? I don't know if you remember Keith.
I remember you talking about him. I don't think I ever even met him.
Keith Simpson played corner for us. He probably was built more like a safety. I mean, he would knock you out. I mean, he took Earl Campbell out back when everybody was afraid of Earl, and laid him out. He was one of the best hitting corners I've ever seen. But I think, from a sure tackler standpoint and a complete player, Sherman's up there. I mean, you know how I feel about Richard and the way he could press people. I thought he had the best technique for it without blazing speed. And to be able to have the confidence that your technique was so good that you didn't worry about getting beat, over the outside or inside. He was so good, man, at making people go outside and cutting off the angle. And he was so long as a corner. And I told people, I said, look, it changed the trajectory of how quarterbacks had to throw a deep ball. You couldn't throw it flat. I mean, you had to drop it from the sky over him to get it in. And he was phenomenal. So, he's pretty good. And if I'm the Seahawks, I would get him out to practice as much as possible and work just technique with guys, because they would trust him and believe in him.
Yeah, he was out there the other day, Paul, actually, and he was coaching his tail off. So, maybe it's a Spoon. Maybe when it's all said and done, he's very physical. But, what you're talking about there, Paul, when Condota and I wrote that book, If These Walls Could Talk, and we talked about the original Legion of Boom, which was Kenny Easley, John Harris, fill in the rest, Dave Brown.
Dave Brown. So I'll throw these out for you. So Dave Brown has 62 career interceptions. You can look at it, maybe it's 63. I think it's 62. He's got more interceptions than anybody in NFL history who's not in the Hall of Fame, which is
ridiculous.
Pretty good. And actually, maybe Darren Sharper has one more than him, or right around it, but he's not in there for more legal reasons and off-the-field issues than on-the-field issues. You know who the other one is? The next person who's got the most interceptions not in the Hall of Fame?
Who?
Eugene Robinson. Oh. Eugene has over 50 interceptions. So I got Dave Brown, who had 62. Eugene, I put him part of that because we all played together. Got Kenny Easley, had over 30, and he did that in about 89 games. Now, again, there's no Legion of Boom there can even touch those type of numbers. So, again, they're special. They went to the Super Bowl. They're deserving of all their accolades. The only thing that's different, there's two things that's different about the best secondary in Seahawk history back in the 80s is we didn't go to a Super Bowl and we didn't have a brand. We had no social media. Yeah. And the Seahawks had a great defense, went to the Super Bowl, won it, branded it. And look, I thought we were a pretty smart group, but clearly Richard Sherman and those guys are smarter than us because they knew how to leverage that brand. So.
Yes, they did. They certainly did. Paul, as always, we appreciate it. Great stuff. And you may or may not see Dave a little bit later. I'm not really sure.
I'll be down there.
Oh, I'll come in and see you guys. And by the way, the pregame show, we got a great 12 flag raiser. Can't wait for him. I can't say the name yet, but he's awesome. Okay. And we got some good stuff here, so we're gonna keep you entertained.
Good stuff. All right. Pre-game show starts at 5 p.m. right here, Seattle Sports on 710. Paul, we appreciate you, man. We'll talk next week.
All right, guys. Thanks. Have a good night.
Thanks, Paul.
There you go. There's Paul Moyer with us each and every week. If you missed any part of that conversation, you'll be able to find it on the podcast page after the show at seattlesports.com. Meanwhile, there's some specific things we'd like to see tonight from the Seahawks team against the Chiefs. We'll get into that coming up next as we are live from Lumen Field with Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710.
It's the
The Mariners push to the playoffs, and it's only on Seattle Sports.
Swung on. That's crushed. Left field. It's on its way. It's into the bullpen. Number 44 for Cal Raleigh.
Up next,
Game 3 against the O's in Baltimore. First pitch at 10:05 this morning. Pregame at 9 a.m.
Strike three and the ball game is over.
on Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
The home of the Mariners.
Hey, it's Bob Stelton here, and I can see clearly now. It's amazing. Let me tell you about one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. That's when I went to K2 Vision for Refractive Lens Exchange, or RLE. Dr. Kopstein started K2 Vision with Dr. King from King LASIK, the most experienced LASIK surgeon in the Northwest. King LASIK plus K2 Vision equals freedom vision for every stage of life. No glasses, contacts, readers, or cataracts. So if you're somebody that struggles with distance vision and now you always need a pair of reading glasses, K2 Vision RLE could be your perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the capper. You're never going to develop a cataract. I'm somebody that needed readers in every room of the house. I needed to see the scoreboard out at ball games. I just couldn't see clearly. That has all changed thanks to RLE. Whether it's LASIK, EVO ICL, or RLE, trust the most experienced team of doctors to point you in the right direction. Schedule your free Zoom consultation today at K2VisionRLE.com. That's K2VisionRLE.com.
What is that sound? Ugh, that sounds like a plumbing sound. Luckily, there's a company that fixes all the plumbing sounds across Puget Sound. That's All Sound Plumbing. Puget Sound's plumbing experts. Have a sound? Visit allsoundplumbing.com.
West Hills Ford, the big Ford store, is celebrating the Ford Summer Sales event with incredible offers, like the 2025 Ford Ranger XL STZ Super Crew 4-wheel drive. Qualified buyers can lease one now for $324 per month for 36 months with $35.99 due at signing. West Hills Ford, the big Ford store, just off the Auto Center Way exit, Highway 3, Bremerton, part of the Hazelwood Auto Group.
Hazelwood has it!
Hey, college students, Safeway is giving you 5% off. That's right, junior colleges, tech schools, universities. Just verify your student ID in the app, unlock exclusive deals, and shop on the app or in person. Better yet, subscribe to Fresh Pass to get free delivery and other special offers. Remember, if you use EBT, Fresh Pass is 50% off and you get savings on fresh produce. For all the details, visit Safeway.com/4U. That's Safeway.com/FOR and the letter U.
Stacy here. Sell your car to Wayscar Ford, and when they resell it, they share half their profit with you. That's right. Sell your car to Wayscar Ford, Isuzu, and Auburn. They'll pay you today for your car, and once they resell it, they'll share half their profit with you. WayscarFord.com.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
If you've been considering upgrading your siding, now is the perfect time. Hi, I'm Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. In the Pacific Northwest, moisture is the enemy. Old failing siding leads to hidden water damage, rot, and mold. State Roofing and Exteriors is a James Hardy preferred contractor with over 55 years of siding expertise. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com to schedule your siding inspection today. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
State Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details. you're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Dave Wyman joined by Dr. Daniel Landis from Swedish CyberKnife. Dr. Landis, when treating prostate cancer, what can patients expect during CyberKnife treatment?
So the CyberKnife treatment's an outpatient procedure. Essentially, it's a 5-day treatment, about 30 minutes per day. You walk in, you walk out. You essentially don't feel anything at all during treatment. Many patients still work full-time while they're having treatment.
That's incredible. Treat prostate cancer with Swedish CyberKnife. Swedish.org/CyberKnife prostate.
This hour is serviced by the Lee Johnson Auto family.
Wyman and Bob.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
Weekdays 2 to 7.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
All right, text line is there for you at 866-979-3776. We got mean text coming up in about 15 minutes. I believe Adam Ray will be joining us for the mean text. He's going to join you during the broadcast, so best of luck to you guys.
He's going to be a pain in the butt, isn't he?
I get that sense. It's going to be He's going to
tell. I'm just trying to get him to say, "I don't like your bleeping attitude."
Dave. But little update. Mitch Garver has gone deep against the Mets.
Oh my goodness! I knew it, Bob.
You knew it.
I knew it when I saw Garver in the lineup.
There
I'm
you
sure
go.
Everybody did.
Look, I hope Solano hits one. I hope if Dylan Moore plays again that he hits. He goes 4 for 4 with 4 home runs. I'm rooting for it. So there you go. And apparently Julio Julio's red hot right now. By the way, just side note, hitting over 300 for the month of August. He's got 5 home runs. And he's got an RBI double in this game, so they are up, which is great to see. But meanwhile,
lots of people texting that in, by the way.
Oh, are they?
About Garver.
Oh, are they all people that were defending him before?
What were you saying about Garver? Mitch Garver?
No. What were you saying about Garver prior to that? We're not Monday morning quarterback in this thing. Come on.
Okay, and we can't, with the idiot texters, we can't win. Somebody texting in, geez, how many times are you going to tell us where to find the Mariner game? And then this guy texts in 253, where's the Mariner game?
You hit it the first time. You can't win. Yeah. And no matter what we talk about, how come you're not talking about that? Why are you talking about this? And then somebody will come with the opposite text. So there you go. Anyway, a little update there. Meanwhile, we got the Seahawks getting set to take on the Chiefs. And we've been talking about what it is we want to see. I'm leaning on Darnold in that, not that it means anything to the regular season. It means nothing. It's a preseason game. But just for I'm sure there's some nerves for him, his first time in a Seahawks uniform in front of the fans outside of practice. But against real competition, not running drills, not going up against his guys. It's first time. And, not a rookie, but it's different than if Geno were here or Russ were here and they didn't play particularly well. Everybody's just going to go, preseason.
Right.
If he doesn't, people are going to be like, "Whoa, geez, what version are we getting?"
Right.
So I just think there's more, just for peace of mind. It again means nothing, but just for his peace of mind, fans' peace of mind. I think it's a big deal for him to look fairly as sharp as he can. Obviously.
Yeah. I think that this might be the biggest disconnect that we've seen for fans, because I think the fans, I've never seen where the fans have so many question marks and questions about his ability, and then the confidence coming from Mike McDonald and the coaching staff.
Yeah.
It's like they're perfectly fine. Yes, even if he doesn't play tonight, I think they would be fine with it. Based on what you saw in practice, even that, what about, OTAs? Yes, he's fine. So, yeah, and I think, for the fans, and you want the fans to be comfortable and everything, but, ultimately, all that matters is that Mike McDonald, who we know is a guy that makes decisions, very abruptly, and if there was a problem there, they would have done something. They would have either gotten, Drew Lock a bunch of reps or, started to move on, whatever. They're not going to sit on their hands. So I think it's just, nobody wants to hear this, but I think you just have to have faith in the coaching staff right now and that they're happy with the way Sam Darnold is playing quarterback. And I think fans would love to see that. And I would love to see him, come out and maybe just have 2 or 3 series and real tight and no picks and run the offense. I mean, it'd be great. See this offense operate. Would love to see that, but I'm okay if it doesn't happen because Mike McDonald would make a move if he wasn't comfortable.
Would we see him in the next game, do you think? You think they'd
Darnold?
If there was something that, it just didn't go right or the rhythm wasn't there, could you possibly see him? Or would you think they're just like, no, he's fine. We got practice. He'll get his chance to rectify whatever possibly went wrong there. We're not going to put him in there in week 3 of the preseason.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of times in the preseason where you don't get the situations you want, whereas in practice you can. And you can have guys ramp it up and say, hey, we're going 100% full speed here, and still get a lot of good work done. And so a lot of times the practices that we don't get to see are more valuable than the preseason game. But I still think the preseason is going to be – I think there's a 0% chance that he – thinks that he needs to get reps in that 3rd game. And that game's going to be all about, who's the guy that makes that last roster spot, And that's the exciting part about the 3rd preseason game.
Yeah, this one, I think all eyes are going to be on Darnold for however long he's going to be out there. We don't know whether it's a series, a quarter, who knows. I'm still looking at center and right guard. I feel like Bradford's kind of got that spot at right guard.
I like him.
Center, I don't know. Timmy was dealing with, what was it, a back issue?
Yeah. Probably a low bleep.
Yeah. Everybody's got them. They're very popular, Dave. But I guess I'll be looking at that. And I don't know how much he got hurt by that in the way of competition when it comes to making a decision. Maybe they don't make a decision after this game. But, I don't know what their timeline is for that. But those are the 3 spots. And then maybe even running back, K9, Charbonnet. Yeah. Are we assuming K9's still the guy, or is there a chance that and I know they're split, they're both out there, but K9's been your primary guy. Do you see that changing?
Possibly. I'm a huge Charbonnet fan, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just biased by I'm looking at it as a linebacker. That guy has just so many weapons. Yeah. And he's listed at like 215. Guy looks like he's 230. Yeah. And just his burst but K9 has that too. So, but I think those 2 guys having that option there, I really wish Kenny Mack was out there, but maybe this Damian Martinez kid can, have a good rookie year. But I'm very bullish on Zach Charbonnet, and I feel like he has everything that it takes to run in this offense, and I think it suits him really well.
Yeah, it's going to be – I like the group they've got. Hopefully they can stay healthy. I think we've talked about it. Huge year for K9, contract year, final year of his deal. So we'll see how much urgency that creates. Not that he was lacking it before. It's about being available. So.
Well, and remember, the system kind of goes back to Shanahan. And remember when they had just kind of the plug and play. Now, those were good players.
With the Broncos,
yeah, with the Broncos. I mean, I'm not trying to discount them, but that was kind of the way they operated. You know, it's like, okay, let's get the next guy in. Started with Terrell Davis, who was a rookie, 5th round draft choice or something like that. That was my last year in the league there. And, he remember he got on the map we played in Japan. The very first kickoff, he ran down and just splattered a returner. Just killed him on the 10-yard line. And then, all of a sudden I'm watching games on TV and going, man, I remember when this kid came in as a rookie, and that's, so I'm not trying to say those guys weren't talented, but that was the deal in that offense, that you could pretty much plug anyone in there. The Niners a few years ago, same thing, where, I don't think any running back had more than 500 yards, but it was like Raheem Mostert and, whoever the other 2 were, they all together had 2,000 yards.
Yeah. All right, coming up, it's your last chance to get them in. Mean text, 866-979-3776. Let's see what you got. That's coming your way next as we continue live from Lumen Field with Wyman and Bob. This is Seattle Sports on 710.
He's the best catcher in baseball.
Pitch to Cal, swing and a drive.
And he's on Seattle Sports, Thursday afternoons all season long. It's the Honey Bucket Cal Raleigh Show.
Presented by the Puyallup Tribe of Indians.
More history for Cal Raleigh.
I love being here, and I love these fans in the city.
Catch every episode of the Honey Bucket Cal Raleigh Show, presented by the Puyallup Tribe of Indians, on the Seattle Sports YouTube page, the Seattle Sports app, and seattlesports.com.
Dave Wyman here, and since I stopped playing football, we've been fortunate to live in the same house for over 20 years. That type of longevity is a good thing, except 20 years in the same house means a lot of things start to break. Most recently, it's our windows. Virtually every seal has broken, and that's why I reached out to Harley Exteriors. Chris and Ray came out to the house, and I could instantly tell we'd get along great, and I'd want to do business with them. They're local, they're huge fans of our teams, and big listeners to the station. Better yet, they have the best product. Olympic Series windows offered exclusively through Harley Exteriors are manufactured right here in Washington and designed for our Pacific Northwest homes and climate. That means cooler in the summer, warmer in the winter. Look up Harley Exteriors for your window replacement. In August, Harley Exteriors is offering 50% off basic installation, no payments for 1 year, and an additional $200 off your project. Call 833-HARLEY or go to harleyexteriors.com.
When it comes to the security of your business, doubts can creep in about who you're trusting to protect it. At Bay Alarm, we got you. For nearly 80 years, we've been putting our customers' minds at ease with our advanced technology and personalized support. Feeling insecure about your current security service? Visit bayalarm.com today.
What is that sound? Ugh, that sounds like a plumbing sound. Luckily, there's a company that fixes all the plumbing sounds across Puget Sound. That's All Sound Plumbing. Puget Sound's plumbing experts. Have a sound? Visit allsoundplumbing.com.
For over 113 years, Pacific Lamp and Supply Company has been your #1 lighting specialist in Washington, from the Space Needle in Seattle all the way to the Riverwalk in Spokane. With the largest lighting inventory in Washington, Pacific Lamp's knowledgeable and experienced staff can assist with any lighting issue, including intricate lighting and control designs. Plus, they work with all utilities in Washington to get you the best available lighting rebates. Pacific Lamp and Supply Company, Washington's lighting experts since 1912. Visit pacificlamp.com.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers, and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
This is for all you guys on Viagra. ED pills are no longer needed. The brutal side effects like 4-hour headaches, blurred vision, and that flush feeling can all be put behind you with our treatment. Here at West Coast Men's Health, we have a better approach to ED. Acoustic wave therapy creates blood flow circulation by safely removing the plaque in your arteries and restoring function naturally. Guys, let me be clear. Pills will never fix your problem. Our equipment is the latest technology, and our medical staff is the best in the industry. So give West Coast Men's Health a call today. Speak with our clinic manager. Ask him any question you like, how it works, the science behind it, and even the cost. If you suffer from ED or Peyronie's disease, give West Coast Men's Health a call today. It's not just about better health, it's about a better life.
With clinics in Redmond and Tacoma, call 206-519-6541. That's 206-519-6541. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com.
When your outside matches how you feel on the inside, that's kindness. And so I think that is the one thing that the Lee Johnson Auto family encourages us, is to be like really authentic and really be intentional in how we treat our customers and how we treat each other.
To have a good company, have a good culture, have a good crew that takes care of your customer base, you have to take care of your crew. You can't have miserable people and expect them to give a customer a good experience.
Walking in here, meeting some of the employees already before I was even hired on, welcoming me in, gave me a good indication what this company was all about. So if I were to make an hour and a half drive here and to have fun here for 8 to 9 hours a day versus if it's the other way around, then I'll take it.
It's not a script. It's a belief. The LJ Way is the Lee Johnson Auto family.
Yeah,
don't
you've
look,
got the time.
don't look Rabel in the eye.
Yeah, that's right.
Directly.
And you call him Mr. Rabel.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, we got 15 seconds. That's going to be it, right, Lefko?
That's it. 360 says this show is cheeks.
It's cheeks.
Lefko, any advice for me?
We got to go. Our thanks to John Morosi, Jim Bowden, Paul Moyer, and Adam Ray, who's going to be part of the broadcast. If you missed any of it, find it on the podcast page. We'll talk to you on Monday with Wyman and Bob.
Follow me on Instagram.
It's another important step in building the 2025 Seahawks.
The guys are on it. The intent's there.
Preseason game number 2, Seahawks Chiefs. Tonight, kickoff at 7, pregame at 5. Meanwhile, the Mariners and Mets duel in the opener of a critical 3-game series in New York. Stay connected to the M's push for the playoffs on the Seattle Sports app. The Seattle Sports app lets you listen to both.
Holy catfish!
The home of the Mariners and the Seahawks. Seattle Sports.
Hey, Brock Hewitt here for my friends over at PCF Construction. If you're seeking a complete outdoor living space or a very specific project like an underdeck ceiling, maybe a new deck, patio cover, railings, well, my friends at PCF have you covered. This summer, well, you can enjoy 12 months of no interest and no payments. And how about this? Plus 50% off a design and architectural drawing package or up to $5,000 off an undercover system. If you're looking at your outside and saying, golly, what a beautiful summer in the Pacific Northwest, and we can't take advantage of it, well, take advantage of these offers today. If you've been wanting that new deck, that new patio cover, make the call. Get online right now and connect with my friends at PCF. You can find all the offer details. You can get project ideas, and you can browse photos at pcfgroup.com or call today at 425-629-8476. Don't let this offer pass you by. It's 425-629-8476.
Hi, this is Nancy Penrose, owner of Big Trees in Snohomish. Big Trees has certified arborists and site experts who help you select the right trees for the right location on your property. When Big Trees installs a tree, we offer a 1-year warranty and 1 free aftercare visit from a board-certified master arborist. To learn more about our process, visit bigtreesupply.com.
When the weather changes, your home shouldn't be the one left unprepared. Hi, I'm Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors here. We offer the strongest solutions in roofing, siding, decking, windows, and gutters, made for the Pacific Northwest. And right now, get 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months or up to $3,000 off your next project. No gimmicks, no stress, just reliability you can count on. Visit stateroofing.com or call 866-ROOF-ROOF to schedule your free estimate today.
State Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
In theaters now, Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four is the #1 movie in the world.
Yes! Hell yeah!
It's unlike anything Marvel has done before.
We face a danger that has threatened our family.
And now it's certified fresh.
I will not sacrifice my child for this world, but I will not sacrifice this world for my child.
And it's one of the best superhero movies of all time. Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four. In theaters now. Rated PG-13. Some material may not be suitable for children under 13.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Did you hear? A recent stash of $10 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s, and less than 200 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-917-4635, and you are guaranteed a $10 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-917-4635. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $40 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-917-4635 now to secure your $10 gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-917-4635. Did you hear? A recent stash of $10 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s, and less than 200 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-917-4635, and you are guaranteed a $10 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-917-4635. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $40 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-917-4635 now to secure your $10 gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-917-4635.
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports.
The Seahawks pregame show is brought to you by Lumen, the trusted network for AI. Beacon Plumbing. Stop freaking. Call Beacon. And Virginia Mason Franciscan Health, the official medical services provider of the Seattle Seahawks. Now, here's your host, Michael Bumpus.
Welcome to the Seahawks pregame show, week 2 of the preseason. We're broadcasting live from the Ticketmaster tailgate. I'm Michael Bumpus, and we got the squad together this week. We got B. Walt blessing us with his presence. He does TV now. We got Big Ray,
What up,
had an
homies?
active weekend, and then we got Paul Moya as well. How we doing, fellas?
Just happy to be here.
It only took 3 seconds to mention that TV thing, Bump. Way to go.
Hey, you know, when you level up, the homies gotta elevate.